Hey guys, thank you for watching. This is Breaking Burke. It is my YouTube channel about houseplants and gardening here in the desert of Albuquerque, New Mexico. In today's video, I wanted to share with you guys how I'm making my support poles for my plants. They're not made out of moss, so I can't really call it a moss pole. It's a wooden pole wrapped with jute, which is a natural fiber that is just spun into a cord. This is jute. You can see that pole behind us is done. I did this last night. It took me a few hours. You can see the bottom there. Oop, hit the ceiling. Is raw because that's going to be stuck into the soil. And this thing is, I think, like 6 or 7 feet tall. Let me see. I'd say 7. Yeah. 6.5, 7 feet at least. Huge. But I do have plans for a plant to grow up it. Now, you don't have to do it that way, and you can keep your plant smaller. One of my plants is growing kind of quick, and I would like to see it as a column, and then I made some tiny ones. I showed you one of these before with my philodendron mammy. Right here, you can see. Looks cute when it's in there, and it does, it's only like halfway up the pole, so I still got a while before I would have to replace it. You can see today how they're made. Really easy. I don't use no glue or anything. It's just a dowel, and then you can get a ball of the jute pretty cheaply, inexpensive, whatever. What I do is I take the dowel or the piece of longwood like that I used, and I run the twine over the top. See that? And then what I do is a couple spins around it, and then, see there, just to hold it down. Then I wrap it back around to the top and start going down the pole. Now, one thing you do have to remember when you're doing this is to try and keep the sections close, the sections of rope, so you don't see any wood, and because if you leave it loose, then your plant's just going to slide off, or it's going to pull all the jute down. So you really want to make sure you're getting it as tight as possible. When I did the square, that was a little harder because this, you can pull and twist this to tighten it if you have to. But when I was doing the square, I really had to pull and make sure I got all those corners good. So just make sure you go all the way through the whole thing. And you could always get a little lazy and go like that and then push it down. But then you have to make sure you pull it tight, because if not, like I said, you're going to have your plant sliding down the pole, and then it's kind of pointless. So just go all the way to the end, and then I'm not gonna put you through the hassle of having to watch me do this whole pole. It'd only take a couple minutes, but still. How I finish mine, you could always start and end with glue if you wanted. I'm not saying that's not an option. That's just not how I chose to do it. You can see, here's the pole. I do a couple loose wraps around it, and then get the end and feed it through. So what I'm doing is making a knot on it, basically. Push everything up and tight. See my knot. And I tore it there, but that's the beginning and end are just held on by the jute rope itself. There's no glue, no chemicals, nothing to worry about leaching into your plants if that's what you're concerned about. Mine that I'm putting on poles like this are ornamental plants. I'm not going to be eating them anyway, so not like it would matter. But some people are concerned, especially since they have pets and kids. Super eco-friendly way to do it. It's relatively inexpensive. Sometimes time consuming, especially for this bigger one. That took me a few hours, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, for a 6.5, 7 foot moss pole, I would have been paying quite a bit of money. This is a jute pole. It's a alternative. I think it's a little cleaner looking. You don't get the moss falling all over. And you can really do it around whatever type of surface you want. I chose wood because that's what I have. And I figure if it's in the soil, it might work as like a wicking system and soak up through the wood and hopefully help the aerial roots attach to it quicker. Just a thought. Thank you for watching and have a great day.